All right, we're starting it up with Gene Pastula, certified financial planner from the Safe Money Monitor. Gene, you heard my little monologue there a few minutes ago on floor providing a retiree. And this is such powerful yet simple advice. Have a floor of guaranteed income from your pensions, your Social Security, and I dare say, an annuity. But this is what the academics are telling us. The cat's out of the bag here. Why is it that so many people are so negative on this whole concept of providing a floor? Is because the market's gone nothing but up for 6 years, and they look at those low returns and say, I'd rather take my chances?
You know, it would take at least an hour to go through all the different reasons why people are reticent to get involved with these things. I think probably the biggest thing is that it's a product as opposed to like a stock. A stock has a couple moving parts. One, it goes up and down, and two, it does or doesn't pay dividends. All right, and pretty much everybody gets that. In an annuity, the variety of things that it can do and the way that it does it is confusing to people. And particularly, it's confusing to advisors. Most investment advisors have no clue. They have what they learned in a breakout session at a conference somewhere. They get that, what they remember of it, and it isn't what they do anyway, typically. So you don't get a lot of really good information.
Here's what I think. Having been an advisor for 38 years. Was that how long I did this advisory
I wasn't
thing?
keeping track.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
I believe that there are two types of advisors. There are those that focus on accumulation, and therefore anything that has to do with safety, security, longevity risk, retirement planning, et cetera, commitment,
right.
Illiquidity,
right.
They shun. Those are the accumulation advisors, which most are. And they go to the breakout sessions and they see the charts and the MACDs and all that stuff. And that's not a hamburger. They believe that market timing and all that stuff. And then you have the decumulation advisor. And that person is a little more serious about what they're doing with their customers' funds, because if their customers' funds go away before they go away, then they either get sued or they're dealing with people that are, homeless. And so I believe that the preponderance of advisory services that exist today are in the wealth accumulation, on a wealth accumulation basis, as opposed to a decumulation strategy.
Can we use a distribution strategy?
You don't like the term
no, I don't like
decumulation?
that. That's probably part of the reason too.
Maybe we're just a little too sophisticated for you, Gene.
Well, in any event, what's interesting, and my mother has an annuity. It's a major part of. She has 3 annuities. She has Social Security, which is annuity.
Yep.
She has civil service retirement from my father. That's an annuity. And then she has an annuity that we put into her portfolio. The 3 together give her an income for the rest of her life. Now, she's 92 years old and going on 93, and the one thing that she is concerned about is, will her money last? And I keep showing her, Mom, first of all, these 3 things will last as long as you do, guaranteed. And then the rest of your money, she's concerned about inflation and the cost of her rent goes up in her retirement facility, what have you. And I keep coming, so are you think you're gonna make it to 115? She agrees that she hopes not and probably won't. So then she relaxes. But the point is that the longer you go and the more involved you're in this environment here with everything going up, down, and sideways, and now yesterday they couldn't trade stocks for 4 hours, and in China's who knows where that's going. To know that you're going to have money coming in sufficient to pay your bills for the rest of your life, and then the rest of the money can be for odds and ends or things that you don't, or vacations or things that you don't plan on. So that's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it. And the only industry that can do it is the insurance industry that issues annuities.
I think the other part of it is the press had beaten up on annuities for so long. And you, I'm sure, have seen the same commercials on television that I've seen. Did you know that your broker may have gotten an 8% commission? I mean, obviously, and by the way, a lot of the life annuities don't pay anywhere near that. But there are instances where individuals have been brainwashed by a marketplace that, in particular, the money managers that are out there charging 1-2% per year, and they keep your money for 15, 20 years at 2%, and that seems to be okay, but the insurance company paying a brokerage commission, you don't pay it, by the way. I mean, you do indirectly, but it's...
Yeah, well, you don't. I mean, it's priced in. It's the price of the product. It's the price of the product. And if they take it out, the change in what the product becomes or what you get is so minute you wouldn't even recognize. I mean, we're talking like nickels and dimes when they do that. Because I've seen how I've seen the actuarial calcs and what have you on that. I'm getting tired of hearing about what the other guy makes. You're going to go buy a new car. Did you know that there's $10,000 of that going to the dealer, whatever? I mean, are you not going to buy the car now? Or I mean, it just gets absurd. Point is that you look at these things for what they do. I'm getting old. I left this really neat piece of paper that I worked on yesterday and I printed out this morning to bring here, and then I left it on my desk. But I can remember the numbers. And it shows, in fact, I'm going to show this at the summit on Saturday morning. It shows the efficiency of an annuity, and in this particular case, it's the idea that we're going to need to have income in 5 years. Where should we put our money? Well, I'm not suggesting that all the money go in an annuity, but we did an example of the recommendation we would make to this couple, and we took $250,000 of their portfolio, and we put it, and we allocated it to this annuity that guaranteed in 5 years $1,527 a month. To do the same thing with a 250 in a stock portfolio, they'd have to average 9.27% per year net after expenses. This is guaranteed. This they can go out and try to get 9.25%. I mean, anybody that would choose this deserves what they get, I guess.
The safe money monitor. This is what this guy does. It's what he does for a living. Is he monitors all of the safe money strategies for your retirement income.
And I can explain why that works that way, how they can do it.
Okay, we are out of time for this segment. I'm going to bring Bam in, and he's going to interview you on the next go-around. So don't go away. It's the Ray Lucia Show.